Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Chris checking in with another video. I hope you guys are doing well. Last week we spoke about the things that I don't like or don't understand about Germany, and in this video we're going to talk about the things that I really do appreciate and the things that I have integrated into my daily life here. So I'm going to go in order chronologically. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Chris. I'm an expat from Michigan. I live in Germany, I live in Munich, and on this channel I talk about pretty much everything. And I post videos up usually every Tuesday. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button so you know when I post videos, and welcome to the community. So the first point that I have written down here is that in Germany, you have complete freedom in human interactions. People are pretty chill when it comes to feeling pressured to say hi. You don't have to say hi if you don't want to. You can walk into a space. I still find that a bit awkward, but I do realize coming from an American perspective, I always feel obliged to say hi to every person that I walk past, or to recognize every person's existence if they're in my proximity. Life is really set up here in Germany. You have the freedom to do what you want. You don't have to speak to people if you don't want to. If you're having a bad day, you can just have a bad day. It's not like you're forced to be happy. And I see that all the time. If I don't want to say hi, you don't have to say hi. It's a place that I would say people have privacy, and that is respected. I feel free. I don't feel that I have these pressures to say hi to people even if I don't want to say hi. And if anything, I save a lot of energy. In America it's like, oh hey, how are you doing? Like, oh, good morning, are you doing okay? Even when you're not stopping to say hi, you're just like, oh, all over the place making sure that you greet people. And in here, it's just, when I actually want to talk to you, I will stop and say hi. Even if you don't want to say hi, you have the choice not to. The second point that I would like to point out is the strictness in the quest to be perfect. I feel that everybody in Germany that I have met, to some degree, follows the rules. I spoke about this in my other video, how I think Germany is in fact limiting itself when it comes to taking the best and brightest from around the world, because it's kind of discriminatory in professional settings. So if you don't have the qualifications that say that you are a marketer, it will be very difficult for you to get into marketing. One of my YouTube followers actually commented on one of my videos and said, I appreciate this level of perfection and this, standard of perfection that Germans have in every aspect of the society. So just imagine if someone didn't have an Ausbildung or a Weiterbildung to build houses, he said. He says he travels to Italy and he looks at the infrastructure. He travels to places in Portugal and looks at the infrastructure, and he can say, I can immediately see that the person who built this house wasn't trained to be a house builder, or their level of training wasn't as rigid and as complicated as it is in Germany. Those were his words. And when you take his idea and kind of apply it to the society that we live in, things work. Infrastructure is really good. The houses are good. That's a pro, a bread baker. You need to have your certificate that proves that you actually know how to bake bread. Can you imagine living in a society that is that, with its rules? Like, every single person who has a position in Germany is qualified. What does that say about the society that we live in? I think that's good. What are your guys' take on it? Perhaps maybe you guys can push back and problematize, because I do think there's an extreme. It could be quite limiting, but I think there's more pros to having this type of system than there are cons. The third point that I would like to talk about is punctuality. I say that I am a punctual person. I respect everyone's time. I go out of my way to make sure that I am on time. Not everything comes on time in Germany, but I do think that that is like the crux of the system. It's like, let's try to be on time. I've heard from many people, they say, Chris, if you want to see true punctuality, you should go to Switzerland. I've been in Switzerland, I've been in Zurich. I was only there for a day, so I can't really tell you if the country is punctual or not. But in terms of Germany, I think everything is pretty much on time. The people, they respect your time. When you meet up with a friend, they're usually always punctual, and I think that is really good. I like this punctuality aspect about Germany, and I think things are usually always on time. And I think that ties back into the point that I raised about having high standards for perfection. Being on time and respecting everybody else's time is important. And you know, it's crazy. Sometimes I think Germans, particularly in Munich, they get so upset when the train is like only 1 minute late. Like they're like, was ist das? Wieso hast du immer Verspätung? I'm like, oh my God, calm down. Like, you know, for me, I'm more of like a laissez-faire type of person when it comes to punctuality with things that are completely outside of my control. Like, we're gonna get on the train anyway. It doesn't have to 100% always be on time. Like, you know, it could take a little bit, you know, I guess that's just who I am and my personality. But in Germany, I see so many people complain about the smallest nuances about the transportation system, and I think it's totally okay. I just think people they have no patience. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that, you know, Germany is a very punctual country compared to Austria, Liechtenstein, or perhaps Switzerland? How was your experience dealing with punctuality in Germany? Let's talk about it. So the next point I have written here is innocent until proven guilty. So I've witnessed this all over in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. In the U-Bahn, in the S-Bahn, in any train, usually, you don't have to physically scan your ticket to get on the train. Yeah, I mean, people don't harass you. Like, you don't have to jump over the barrier or something, or to get on the train, or, you know, you don't have to scan your ticket like in London or in Paris. But here in Munich, and in Austria, many places in Austria and many places in Switzerland, you know, every now and again, somebody will come on the train and check and see if you have a ticket. But I am sure that there's a lot of people who don't buy tickets, that they take advantage of this. But I live in a country that just thinks that, hey, you guys are all adults. You guys are gonna respect the rules. We trust you, so we're not gonna put barriers in front of your life to ensure that you are following the rules. They let people do the right thing, and I think that's good. I mean, I don't feel like a child. I don't feel like I'm being, you know, overly encroached on by the government. I feel that the government is giving me space to do the right thing. And if I get caught, then I'll get fined for it. But I really appreciate the fact that in German society, especially when it comes to me as a human being having to get a service that is provided from the government, they just expect that I'm gonna do the right thing. What do you guys think about that? I have so many people also say, oh, you can leave your books everywhere, you can leave your property like on the ground or whatever, you're at the local library, you can leave your computer and go to the bathroom. Nobody steals in Germany. People say this all the time to me. Back at home, I would never leave my computer anywhere. I would be more than happy to take everything with me so that I wouldn't have to deal with the risk of losing it than expecting people to do the right thing, which is to leave my stuff alone. Do you guys agree or disagree with me when I say that I believe Germany is a country that you are truly innocent until proven guilty, and they're not going to actively pursue you to make sure that you are not guilty? And of course, my last point is to talk about the healthcare. Woo! I love German healthcare. Oh my gosh, I love German healthcare. You guys, I'm telling you, when I literally burp the wrong way, literally, or if I have any issue with my body, immediately going to the doctor. I pay so much money every month out of my paycheck for healthcare. I take advantage of it. In the future, when I do eventually move back to the States, I'm telling you, I'm going to have the best quality healthcare that I can possibly afford. I am happy that they'll take a lot of money out of my paycheck so that I can not have to deal with co-pays, not have to deal with anything, just simply go and see the doctor. Places like in America, we don't have the quality of healthcare that everybody can afford here in Germany. And I just love it. Like, I really do love it. I've said on a Facebook post that this is the closest that I'll ever get to having a black card, being able to walk literally wherever I want in Europe, get hurt in Spain, go to the doctor, swipe my card, everything's good. I just gotta make sure that I can communicate with the doctor. That is beautiful. As taxpayers, I say that that is the best thing that we could give everybody is healthcare. So yeah. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a short video explaining some of the things that I really like and understand about German culture and society. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe if you care, and stay tuned because I'll be posting another video next Tuesday. Tschüss!